So yesterday after, or actually the messages I got were yesterday, but after my video that I posted last week, I had a lot of moms messaging me and they were asking me, how can I make a change? They're telling me, I want to make a change, but I don't know where to start. So easy. It starts at home. It starts with your family, putting your priorities there. So a little story, and I want to be clear, this is not meant to shame anybody, but I took my 11-year-old last night to a faith-based event for little girls. She's 11, and picked her up, asked her how it went. She said, you know, Mom, it went great. I loved it. I had so much fun, but there was one little girl there that was making fun of me, and it was, what was she making fun of you for? And so for perspective, we don't allow Taylor Swift in this house. We don't allow her to have things like an iPad. We don't allow her to have a cell phone. Now my oldest two teenage boys, they have cell phones. But Emerson's 11, she doesn't need one. So she said she was getting teased for not having these things, not being allowed to watch Pop Cult Demon Hunters. If I'm wrong on that, so sorry, but literally a show called Demon Hunters, Pop Cult Demon Hunters. So, you know, there's a saying out there that says garbage in, garbage out. So if you're going to allow all these things that do not align with Christ to be poured into your children, you're not going to get good results back out of it. And so when I asked my daughter about this, you know, what do you think could help fix the situation? Her immediate response is, well, I need a cell phone. I'm like, no, that's not what you need. So all of these things, you know, social media, cell phones in the hands of children. I think Tim Tebow is the one that said, if you give a child a cell phone, that's the same thing as taking away their childhood. And it's so true. It just opens up exposure to the internet and all the things that are out there that are meant to steer your children away from God. You cannot walk with this world and walk with Jesus. Those go in two totally different directions, friends. So you've got to stop to think, if you want to make a change, the easiest way to make a change in this world is by starting with your children, by starting at home with your family, spending time with your kids, putting your cell phones down, having game night, reading the Bible together, attending church together, limiting their exposure to pop culture and the things that are out there. You know, we listen to classical music. We listen to the Sinatra channel. My daughter will tell you she's not happy about that. But when we listen to the Message, you know, for the most part, it's good songs that are on there. Some of those songs are just, you know, I feel like they're really self-centered, which is a whole nother topic, but just really trying to limit exposure to the things that are out there that are meant to pull you away from God. You know, Taylor Swift, she's singing about songs about, you know, dating and not liking her dad and blaming her dad for things like that. And that is it's just so much about what I'm talking about, you know, and trying to revive the American family. You know, we need to be teaching our children to respect their fathers and look up to their fathers, not vilifying them. And a lot of these shows and this music, that's exactly what it does. So my advice would be, if you don't know where to start, it starts at home. Look around your home, look at the things that are toxic. And by saying that, I don't mean like air fresheners and laundry detergent. I mean, what is pouring into your children? You personally can pour all the good you want into your child, but if you have 50 different areas out there, TV shows, music, influencers, things like that, pouring bad into them, you're going to have a really big struggle. You know, your children, they are the company that they keep. And I just had these conversations with my oldest two children and being very mindful of what you're around and what you expose yourself to. So my arm's starting to get a little heavy, so I'm going to let you go. Other than that, let me know if you have any questions.